Hey y'all, this is Jessie with the Two Sticks and String podcast. I am back after 2 months of nothing. I apologize in advance. I was supposed to record a podcast on June 1st. However, I left earlier for Mississippi than I thought. So I did not have any time to record before I left, and I didn't take my laptop with me. I also did not have much time to craft. I did finished two things, and I started work on one, and then this happened, but we'll get into that in a second. I did want to announce that I'm very grateful for everyone that participated in the Pride Counts Cowl that I hosted with Leslie of Danisty Designs. That's her design page. You can find her on Ravelry. And we did her design the Abacus cowl as our knit along for Pride Month. And it was wonderful, and it was a lot smaller than we thought, just because life lifed and we learned a lot through doing life as life. So the cowl has officially ended, and momentarily I'm going to insert a clip here of who the winner is, because I don't know yet. I'm recording this a little earlier than the official cutoff, which is at noon later today. So yeah, I will be recording that in a second and adding it on to the end of the video. I guess so. Let's start talking about my finished objects. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, sorry guys, this is a wild episode. It's also going to be very, very short, since I don't have a lot to talk about this time. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram as Army Wife Knitting Life, and you can find me on Ravelry as Army Wife Knit Life. We also have a Ravelry group, which is the Two Sticks and String. Just look for Patrol the Owl. You see him at the beginning of every video that I do here, and you'll know you're in the right spot. Okay. So finished objects are, I finished the blanket that I had shown y'all that was in purple, black, white, yellow, LSU colors. I finished that for my friend. She had her baby shower about 2 weeks ago, and I did successfully surprise her. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to show you a picture of her opening it here. And I'll post a picture in for real as well, but there she is opening it. Hooray! She loved it that it was so much bigger, since everyone always gives small blankets, and this is big enough for her to cuddle with and the baby up until they're older, and then he can use it from then on. And the second thing I completed is, I'm finding it, I did a cross stitch. Here we go. When I was in Myrtle Beach with my mother, I got this seagull cross stitch, and I believe I showed y'all. If not, I'm going to go ahead and tell the story now. When I was a kid, my grandfather took me to SeaWorld, and I was maybe 9 or 10 at the time, maybe 11. I don't think so. I was that old though. It was lunchtime, and he needed to grab some mustard for his sandwich. So he left the table with me, with watching all the food, and to go get mustard. Well, for those that don't know, SeaWorld in San Diego is near the water, as it should be. And seagulls are enormous and huge and ugly. So I, as a little girl, was petrified when one landed on our table and started to eat my grandfather's sandwich. Thankfully, an employee saw this and came over and shooed the bird away, and I was just petrified. He grabbed my grandpa's sandwich and says, "Don't worry, I'll bring him another one. Don't you worry, not a problem." I said, "Okay." So he left, and then my grandfather came back and he's like, "Jessica, where's my sandwich?" And I said, "A seagull ate it," because I'm just telling him what happened. He thought I was joking though, and I was playing a prank on him, and he's like, "Haha, very funny, Jessica. Where's my sandwich?" And I said, "A seagull ate it." He says, Jessica, if you don't tell me where it is, we're going to have to leave. This is not how you behave in public. And he said, so again, where is my sandwich? Me being sassy said, a seagull ate it. At that point, he kind of like grabbed my arm and was like, okay, that's it. We're leaving. Thankfully, though, the employee showed up right at that moment and said, hey, sir, I am so sorry. A seagull ate your sandwich, but I went ahead and I brought you another one free of charge on the house. Enjoy your lunch. Have a great day. Again, so sorry. And he walked away. So now, as a joke, every time I see a seagull, I take a picture if I can get a good one, and I'll send it to my grandfather and say, ooh, this one looks hungry. Think he can find a sandwich? Or when my husband and I were in SeaWorld in Orlando in March this year, I went the whole day and I said, hey, look, Jesse 1, seagulls 0, because no one ate my food. So I was very excited about this. And then when my mom and I were in Myrtle Beach, we saw this beautiful seagull pattern at Barefoot Needle Arts, which is the cross stitch store there. I found it and I said, I have to have this. So this is what I made. And it's just beautiful. And again, I'll put this picture up so you can actually see it better in a second here. The pattern does not have a seagull ate it on the bottom, but you can have it say beach rat. It comes with an option with the words and without. And so I did the without words option, and then I just added a seagull ate it at the bottom. I did that on a 14 count Aida. I believe it was a Barefoot Needle Arts original fabric that they dyed there. And I used all the called for colors of the pattern. That pattern, obviously the blanket stayed with my best friend when I successfully surprised her. And I'll also stick the footage for that at the end of this video. So if you guys want to see it, you can. And then the seagull stayed at my parents' house. I finished it while I was there. My mom's going to turn it into a pillow. That's all of my finished objects. And the only crafting I've done since I focused solely on getting the seagull done is I started my own Pride Counts cowl, the Abacus cowl. And let me just turn this on really quickly. I've just barely started it. I didn't bring it with me. Well, I brought the yarn with me to my parents' house, but I didn't have time to work on it. And then I came home. I was here for 6 days and I finally cast it on, and then this happened. That's all my knitting and crafting for right now. I'm not allowed to craft until this heals. So if that's all you're interested in, have a great day. I told you this is going to be a short one. If not, I can tell you what happened and you'll get to see all the winners and stuff. I apologize for having no makeup on my face. I am a left-handed person. This is my left hand that is wounded. So I can't manage to put mascara on, and it just seems silly to put on eyeshadow or anything else if I can't put mascara on. So I'm coming to you barefaced right now, and my hair is back because I also can't wash it by myself right now because can't get it wet. So as for what happened, I was, I'm not going to put pictures or anything up, although it wasn't too graphic. I was making some toast to make a sandwich because I love some good toasty bread. And I was trying to push down on the toaster slider, and the slider stopped going down, but my thumb did not. But my thumbnail did. And so half of my thumbnail has been ripped up off of the nail bed. It's extremely painful. I had to get a nerve block put in that lasted for about 6 to 7 hours. And well, that's what they said, but it actually was still in effect. Like I still felt numb 12 hours later when I went to bed. And I still do have, like, guys can't see it, but there's like still one of the injection sites from the nerve block there, and my thumb is all bruised. And we just kind of have to wait for the nail to grow out to cut everything. And it bled. It was not a fun thing. It hurts like no one's business. But I'm making it through. I can't get it wet. I can't craft until it's healed because yarn and floss can shed microfibers that can get somehow trapped under my nail. And I'm not willing to risk it. So no crafting until this is gone. But other than that, I am going to Disney tomorrow for a week, and I can't ride any of the fun rides because but I can do some of the classics, like I can do Pirates of the Caribbean and like Haunted Mansion. But I was really excited to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is the retheming for Splash Mountain. Can't do it now because can't get this wet. It is what it is. I'm just grateful to be going to Disney, even if I can't do exactly everything that I wanted to do while there. Other than that, there's not really a lot going on, and I can't guarantee when the next podcast will be because if I can't craft, there's nothing for me to report for y'all. I think I'm just going to be doing a lot of reading and watching TV and playing video games until this is healed. Something exciting is I applied to Savannah Technical College to take a stab at doing their Baking and Pastry Arts Associates program, just because I can't do what I want for history until I have a master's, and I can't really do a master's program when I'm moving as often as I am right now. So it's just going to have to wait until we are done moving as often as a military family, which is okay. But this is something, baking and pastry arts, I can do right away, and it's a portable career. So that's really helpful, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I have to wait to see if I get accepted first, but I'm hoping that I will be. And then I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and I'm going to come back later in the day and announce my winner. Woohoo! I think we only have like 3 or 4 participants, but I will explain all of that in another episode in a little bit, and in a little clip that I'm going to attach to this one. So it'll be like a few hours for me. It'll be a few seconds for y'all. I'm not explaining this well. I apologize. But I will see y'all in a bit. All right, everybody. It is officially time to announce a winner for the Pride Counts Cowl. We had 3 people enter in their final projects in the final thread. They did not have to be finished in order to count, but all of these participants did finish. And so our first potential winner is Buko. Our second is Longmont Kathy. And then our third one is Kirsty, who is Knit, Crochet, Read, Repeat. All right, so I'm going to do a random number generator between 1 through 3. Whoever wins is our winner. Let's see who it is. Give me a random number between 1 and 3. Our winner is 2. So that is Longmont Kathy. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. You were so active in our entire cowl. So many comments, and I am so happy that you are a winner. So you will be receiving an email from Leslie with a code for you to use as your prize for a free pattern from her store. So again, thank you so much everyone for participating, and I hope y'all have a great day. Until next time, do what makes your heart sing. For me, that's 2 sticks and string. See ya. Hey y'all, I am in the car right now. I'm not driving, I promise. My dad is. I am coming in to record this really quickly because I am on my way to Louisiana. I have been at my parents' for 3 weeks in Mississippi watching the dog while they were on a cruise and exploring and having fun. But my best friend since I was 5 is pregnant with her first baby, and her baby shower is tomorrow. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but I am, and so she has no idea I am coming. Her family and my family are all really good friends because we've known each other for 20 plus years at this point.
and so we're all getting together to have dinner, and I'm going to surprise her there. So this is just my little intro, woohoo, explain what's going on, and I'm going to hopefully get some footage actually surprising her before her baby shower tomorrow, which I'll see her tonight and surprise then. But yeah, so hope you enjoy.